Okay, so here we have question 2 from the homework. 7y plus 5 equals 25 minus 3y. Okay, so that's just a little bit different from before because we have this negative 3y. That looks a little bit awkward. Okay, let's do what we've done in the previous one though. Nice column of equal signs. Don't forget, what we do to one side, we have to do to the other side. Okay, so what makes most sense? Let's collect the y terms over on this left hand side. So we have this negative 3y here. Let's add 3y to both sides. When we add 3y to this side, we're left with 25 because negative 3y plus 3y is 0. So we've achieved what we wanted to achieve, which is we're going to remove this negative 3y. But we've added 3y to this right hand side, so we must do it to this side. So that's 10y plus 5. Notice still this column of equal signs. Okay, 10y. Why don't we subtract 5 from here? When we subtract 5 from here, this disappears. So we must do it to this side. 10y equals 20. We don't want 10y, we just want 1y, so we divide by 10, and y is equal to 2. Okay, this is quite tricky, this one, so I really want to check that the answer is correct. So I'm going to substitute y back into the original equation. So 7 times 2 plus 5, that's 14 plus 5 is 19. So that left hand side equals 19, and hopefully the other side will. 25 minus 3 times 2, 3 times 2 is 6, 25 minus 6 is 19, and we have the correct answer. Okay, let's do question 3 from the homework. Question 3, 6 plus 8x equals 9 minus 7x. Okay, column of equal signs again. Okay, the reason this question is slightly different is just the way the x is being ordered. We've got, we're kind of used to maybe 8x plus 6, so it's just been written slightly differently. But we're going to follow this principle of, as long as we do the same thing to both sides, we should be okay. So this looks a little bit awkward, so I'm going to suggest that we add 7x to both sides. When we add 7x to this side, negative 7x add 7x equals 0. Note, this negative sign is attached to this 7x here. So let's add 7x. Add 7x, 8x plus 7x is 15x. Nice column of equal signs again. Okay, this is positive 6x, there's 6, so let's subtract 6. And when we subtract 6, we're left with positive 15x. We subtract 6 from this side to give us 3. Now, you'll find that this is quite tricky. We're going to now, a lot of people are going to jump to the answer and say that the answer is 5, but it isn't. Because we're going to divide by 15. We've got 15x here and we want 15, so let's divide by 15. Now 3 divided by 15 is 1/5. So the answer isn't 5, the answer is 1/5. Now that looks really tricky, so we really might want to check this one. Now this one will take a few more steps. It's actually going to involve sort of adding and subtracting fractions, but I think it's worth our while. Okay, so 6 plus 8 times 1/5, which is 8/5. Okay, when we're adding fractions, we need to have a common denominator, so we're going to change that to 30 over 5 plus 8 over 5, and that gives us 38 over 5. We'll just leave it like that, because we're just going to try to show that the right hand side is equal to the same thing. So 9 minus 7/5. Okay, so we need a common denominator over 5, so that's going to be 45 over 5 minus 7 over 5, and 45 minus 7 is 38 over 5. The left hand side equals the right hand side, so we know we've got the answer correct. Okay, next question. Okay, question Question 4. Now question 4 involves brackets. So we have an extra step now where we need to multiply or expand the brackets. Okay, so what does this mean? This means 5 times x, 5x, 5 times positive 2, which is 10, plus 4 times x, that's 4 times x, and then 4 times negative 3, which is negative 12, equals 25. Now the trick here is to collect like terms. So that's 5 add 4x, and that gives us 9x. Now here, just a little bit careful, this is plus 10, positive 10, add negative 12, which is negative 2, equals 25. Okay, keeping a nice column of equal signs. We're trying to solve for x here, so it would make some sense to try and remove that negative 2 from this left hand side. How can we do that? Let's add 2 to both sides. Negative 2 add 2 gives us 0, which is what we want. 25 add 2 is 27. Now we don't want 9x, we want 1x. So what can we need to divide by 9. 27 divided by 9 is 3, or 9 times 3 is 27. Okay, let's check to see if this is correct. So we're saying that x is 3, so 5 times, now it's x plus 2, which is 3 plus 2, 5 times 5, plus 3 minus 3. Okay, 5 times 5 is 25, 3 minus 3 is 0, 4 times 0 is 0, and does that equal 25? Yes, it does. Okay, that's great. Thank you.